As the global population rapidly expands, the physical boundaries and limitations of our traditional food production are becoming increasingly visible. By the year 2050, United Nations projections suggest the world's population will reach 9.15 billion. That is an increase of 2.25 billion people relying on a finite and, in many regions, degrading supply of arable land. To maintain food security, global agricultural production must increase by 60% compared to 2005 levels. Closing this gap requires a shift from geographical expansion to a system of intensified caloric yields per square meter. Modern agriculture operates as an interconnected technological matrix designed to maximize the efficiency of every natural resource. This system comprises several distinct categories of innovation, each targeting a specific resource inefficiency. In outdoor environments, precision farming uses GPS and IoT sensors to apply water, fertilizer, and pesticides only where the data shows they are required. Biological strategies, including genetically engineered organisms and polyculture, are deployed to increase crop resilience against evolving climate patterns and pest pressure. The most significant departure from this traditional matrix is controlled environment agriculture, or vertical farming. While precision tools optimize our interaction with nature, vertical farming attempts to replicate and manage the entire growing environment indoors. The strategy relies on spatial multipliers. 1,000 acres of horizontal farmland can be condensed into a single 30-story skyscraper on a 2-acre footprint. Because indoor climates allow for continuous year-round growing, that skyscraper can match the annual harvest output of the massive horizontal field. Moving crops indoors also removes the volatility of the weather, preventing harvest losses from floods, droughts, and freezes. This isolation addresses the high water loss seen in traditional farming, where evaporation and soil leaching drain resources before plants can absorb them. These facilities utilize hydroponic and aeroponic systems to deliver a nutrient-rich mist directly to roots in a highly controlled, soilless environment. Dehumidifiers then capture the water vapor released by the plants, recycling it into a closed-loop system that minimizes waste. This process can result in a 97% reduction in total water usage compared to open-field agriculture. By creating these isolated biomes, vertical farming bypasses the land and water scarcities that limit traditional production. However, this total environmental control creates a new set of resource requirements. Traditional horizontal farming relies on solar radiation, which provides the energy for photosynthesis at zero economic cost. Replacing the sun with LED light is a massive thermodynamic burden, as these systems lose significant energy to heat. This creates a compounding load. The facility must also power heavy climate control systems to extract that heat. Economically, the artificial light required to grow grain for a single loaf of bread costs $15. If these systems are powered by a fossil fuel grid, their carbon emissions per kilogram of produce far exceed those of field-grown crops. Vertical farming trades the land and water constraints of nature for a massive thermodynamic and energy requirement. These energy costs challenge the assumption that vertical farms are inherently more sustainable because they reduce transportation distances. Transportation is a minor component of a crop's total footprint, often outweighed by the energy needed to maintain an indoor climate. Construction also requires immense capital. Building a vertical facility equivalent to a 60-hectare farm costs over $100 million. Siting these facilities in major cities adds the high cost of urban real estate to the operation's financial friction. These capital and energy requirements prevent vertical farming from serving as a viable replacement for global staple crop production. Vertical farming is economically viable today for high-value, fast-growing crops like leafy greens, fresh herbs, and strawberries. It is also a practical solution for geographically hostile regions, such as the Arctic, where local indoor production is more reliable than long-distance supply chains. The 2050 food landscape relies on a hybrid strategy, utilizing the distinct strengths of both high-tech skyscrapers and optimized rural landscapes. Traditional fields will remain the primary source of staple calories, deploying IoT sensors and agroecology to maximize yields while minimizing environmental impact. Vertical facilities will supplement this by building renewable-powered hubs in urban centers to secure a local supply of fresh produce. Securing the future food supply involves blending advanced precision technology with ecological approaches to stabilize production.